I'm Daniel Cash, and we're going to go on a tour of the Radio Harrow Media Suite and Studio 2. So let's go. So this is the Radio Harrow Media Suite, and in there is Studio 2, so we'll start with the Media Suite. So we've got some nice sofas here, and everything that's going on. So this is everything under programming. So there's Myriad 4 is coming soon, which is our new broadcasting system. There's show opportunities, and everything that's on. These are our two campaigns, RH Mugshot and Harrow Potter, and there's stuff to do with admin over there, and events like the Pinner Wheelbarrow Race, and Radio Harrow t-shirts, and the studio unveiling there. There's two computers here. This one is used for news/content, which means during a Patience Hour show or before a Patience Hour show, the studio manager will choose somebody on his team to find content for the show and type up the news. This is the producer computer, which applies only if you are using OTS for your show, because this computer at the moment is only loaded with the OTS broadcasting system, and you can create the playlist on there and save it in the shared files and then open it up in the studio. So you could plan your show on here if you were using OTS. This is the Radio Harrow phone, printer and copier, and nice TV there that says which studio's on air. In this room here, which we will not go in, it's the server room, so basically everything that keeps the station on air, and only select few people at Radio Harrow have access to it, such as the program manager, the IT manager, and the technical and facilities manager. They're the only people with access to that room. Like drawers, and here's the table, and a whiteboard, and again says our campaigns and everything. We've got some Radio Harrow magazines and leaflets over here. Up there you can see sort of screen that would come down if a presentation was required. Projector is over there. No, the control for it is over here somewhere. Yeah, so it's just over here really. Now let's take a look in the studio. Studio 2. This is just some drawers and whatever with clipboards in here. So, rules of the studio. So, we're going to go in. So, this is Radio Harrow Studio 2. We've got a nice Radio Harrow canvas here with another TV. These display the time, obviously, which is helpful if you're reading out the time on the radio. It says which studio is on air. This is the engineer's microphone for Studio 2. And so the engineer would sit around here. You can use pretty much whatever chair you like, there's kind of no rule there. And the engineer's headphones would plug in there or there. There's another one here. This is Myriad, and Myriad is the system I will be using to broadcast my show, as it's a lot more advanced than OTS. So quickly I will describe Myriad. So this is the pad where I build my show and my playlist for 1 hour, and the program manager will come along later and put this into the log, which is the best way to do your show. Here is the log. This is the automation system at Radio Harrow, so what's playing out now on the automation. So if I fade it up on the fader board here, you see 24 hour. If I fade that up, that's what's playing out. And at the moment Studio 1's on air, which is the same as the 24 hour. These are the CD decks, so you can put your CDs in here if you want to play off your CDs. These are the lines in and whatever. So you could input your laptop or something like that and play off your laptop. Here we have TBU, which is talkback units, and this is basically the phone. So if you want to bring a phone call on air, what you'd do is you'd have the call connected on the phone. So if it was TBU1, what you would do is obviously take the phone, and then literally just do that, and that then will come on there. So that is on hold right now and ready to go on air. All you would have to do is come back to the mixer and see TBU1 here and fade that all the way up. As you can hear, there's obviously no phone call connected, but that's the telephone line. And then when you're done, you fade that back down to the holes and put the phone back. So these are mixing boards on air 1500. And another thing about Myriad that's very important is this keyboard. I'll show you. So the numbers represent instant carts. That's what you would use the numbers for. So if I show you on here, what I have to do is view, display instant carts, and then you'll see here, like obviously we have different ones. So for instance, numbers. So now I have numbers. If I fade up all of that. So let's, for instance, number 11. Number 11 is over there. I just press
number 11.
So that's really helpful for going through charts and stuff. Like you could press number 1.
Number 1.
So stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about clicking it or dragging it down. So you can literally play the intro of a song and that number or other instant cart depending on what you want. So that's why Myriad is quite cool. It also displays intro times of songs, which is really helpful. So for instance, let's just grab a song here, So What by Pink, which is going to be on my place. As you see, it says 4 seconds, which is the intro time, and it counts down. So as you see there, it counted down 4 seconds, and that's you have an idea of how long to talk for. For instance, the song here has an 11 seconds, and it'll do the same countdown. You obviously have to enter that yourself. So for instance, if I go to one that's not already done, so if I just A-list here, so here the ones with triangles means it's not done. So what I would do is go to edit cart using smooth edit, and then we've got a nice intro